Hello and welcome to this video on how to get full marks on question 1A of your A2G 325 exam, Critical Perspectives in Media. Just as a reminder, there are two sections on this paper. The exam is 2 hours long. Section A is on theoretical evaluation of your production and it's 50 marks. That's the section we're concentrating on now. For those 50 marks, you have to answer 2 compulsory questions about your production work. This is marked out of, each of these essays is marked out of 25. And this video will show you how to get 25 out of 25 for your section 1A. It's a 2-hour exam, so you have 30 minutes to complete this question. So half an hour to complete the question. This is all about your skills development over the course of your production work, from your foundation portfolio to your advanced portfolio. So you need to talk about all of your production work from both years, and you've got to focus on how you developed your skills. So how you started off knowing practically nothing, and at the end of the 2 years, how much you had learnt. There are 5 different areas that the question could ask about, and it will ask about either one or a combination of 2, no more than 2 of these areas, and they are digital technology, creativity, research and planning, post-production, and using conventions from real media texts. Very often creativity is combined with one of the others. And post-production here you might think seems a little bit difficult and ambiguous, but as it says in the specification here, post-production for film includes editing, sound and effects. So this exam tests 2 of the assessment objectives that are part of your Media Studies A-level course. It tests AO1 here, which is demonstrate knowledge and understanding of media concepts, contexts and critical debates, using terminology appropriately and with accurate and coherent written expression. So particularly important for 1A are knowledge and understanding of media concepts and using terminology appropriately with accurate and coherent written expression. Also tests AO2 here, which is apply knowledge and understanding to show how meanings are created when analysing media products and evaluating your own practical work. So what do you have to do well on this paper? Well, 80% and above is an A, that is 20 out of 25 and above. And roughly for a B grade you need to get 70%, which is 17.5 out of 25. So for that A or B grade you have to communicate detailed knowledge and understanding of media concepts. You need to create and sustain well-organised and coherent arguments linked to those media contexts. You need to structure and organise your writing appropriately. You need to communicate content and meaning through expressive and accurate writing. That's AO1 for AO2, which is about applying knowledge and understanding. You have to communicate an informed understanding of media forms, codes and conventions. That's the code and conventions of film openings and the codes and conventions of music video if those are the products you have made. You need to explore through detailed analysis of media products and processes how these aspects create meaning, and you need to evaluate your own work with close reference to those aspects and the shaping of the audience or the user response. So, how do you go about building up an answer for question 1A? Let's look at this question that came in the June 2013 paper. Explain how your skills in the use of digital technology developed over time. Refer to a range of examples from your media productions in your answer. First of all, you need to highlight the main words in the question. Here we are, digital technology, and a range of examples. So first, decide what you think digital technology is. This person here in this plan has written things like Blogger, SurveyMonkey, SlideShare, DocStock, SoundCloud, YouTube, the Internet, digital cameras, Facebook, Twitter, mobile phones, also tablets. You need to demonstrate your development throughout the course. So think about what you used at AS and then what you used at A2 that you hadn't used at AS. This person has decided to do their plan as bullet points, but you could also do a spider diagram. First of all, she's thought about her first area, pre-production. And she's written a list. She's written what she used at AS and then what she used at A2. So think about the digital technologies you used at AS. It might be PowerPoint presentations, your blog, YouTube, mobile phones, tablet computers, flip cams. Write down 3 or 4 examples. Then, what did you use in pre-production? That's in your research and planning stages at A2. This might be social media, like Facebook, Twitter, use of websites like the Internet Movie Database. It might be DocStock, might be websites to stream your content, such as films, MySpace. So write down at least 3 more examples. Then think about your next stage, which is production. So for films or music videos, this is your actual filming stage. So what digital technologies did you use during the production stages at AS? This might be different camera settings, MP3 players for lip syncing, lighting, sound recording, downloading tracks to iTunes. So find at least 3 examples. Then go on to A2. What else from digital technology did you use at A2? Find at least 3 examples like Photoshop, creating a website, camera effects, green screening. Then move on to your third area, post-production. Think about what digital technologies you use during your post-production. That's your editing stage. It could be basic Final Cut Express at AS, iMovie for importing clips, Movie Maker. Find at least 3 examples. Then think about what digital technologies you used at post-production at A2. That might be more advanced Final Cut effects such as colour correction. It might be linking or unlinking audio, changing the speed of clips, using the trailer creation on iMovie, using markers on Final Cut to make sure your shots change in time with the beat. Then, to really impress the examiner, you can add some theory to your research for this question. David Gauntlet's always a good theorist to refer to. For example, you could use a quotation from him about digital technology, which is the harnessing of collective intelligence through interactivity, or also from Gauntlet about creativity, something new that communicates something to someone. Or you could use a quotation from Bentley, creativity is making of the new, rearranging of the old, and you can apply that to lots of different essay subjects. Here's a spider diagram that some students created for creativity, which is often combined with another one of those 4 topics for your essay question. Such as the question we looked at, explain how your skills in the creative use of digital technology developed over time. Refer to a range of examples from your media productions in your answer. So now you're ready to write your essay. Explain how your skills in the creative use of digital technology developed over time. Refer to a range of examples from your media productions in your answer. So how to start? Your first paragraph should be an introduction, which explains which projects you did. It can be quite short, but it should frame your response. So explain what you did. For example, for my AS Foundation portfolio, I produced a 2-minute chick flick film opening, and for my A2 Advanced portfolio, I made a pop music video. Remember, the examiner won't know at all what you've done for either your foundation or production portfolio. But then you could move on to impress them with a theoretical statement related to the topic, such as digital technology has meant proliferation and convergence of cross-media forms. My projects have evidenced what Gauntlet describes as the harnessing of collective intelligence through interactivity. Now you're ready to make 3 or 4 paragraphs on key skill areas. So for the next paragraph, paragraph 2, pick up a skill area and suggest something about your starting point with it, the skills you had already at the beginning of AS and how you used them. Use some examples and have some key phrases ready, such as the use of iMovie helped me understand the conventions of film editing. That's good for analysing how software links to creativity. Or my iMovie skills improved from AS to A2 as I became proficient with special effects. Or I found iMovie to be basic but suitable for the project. However, at A2 I used the more advanced program Final Cut Express. Or using Final Cut Express allowed me to create seamless transitions between camera angles, whereas in my foundation portfolio I had problems with narrative continuity. Or I uploaded my film opening onto YouTube as an example of Web 2.0 to gain interactive feedback. Make sure you pick up the skill area and then use concrete examples both from your foundation portfolio and your advanced portfolio. When you've written 3 or 4 paragraphs focusing on 3 or 4 key skill areas, you're ready to write your conclusion. That should be short, relate back to the question and sum up those key skills you've developed in that area, for example in digital technology over the AS and A2 course. Frame your essay with another quotation if you can from another theorist that relates to the question and confirms what you said in your introduction. Here's the mark scheme for that question on digital technology. And here's the criteria for a level 4. And here's a script from a student who got full marks for this question. Note how she uses lots of excellent terminology. And she's sharply focused on the task. Look how many times words like creative and decision making appear. And then she finishes off with a neat and clear concluding sentence. So, let's have a look at an answer that did gain full marks in the exam. This is from the June 2014 exam, where the question 1A was, describe the most important post-production decisions you made for your different media productions and explain why these decisions were significant. Refer to a range of examples in your answer to show how your post-production skills developed over time. Let's highlight the keywords in the question. Most important post-production decisions, significant, range of examples. So this student has started in a very straightforward way. She says, for my foundation portfolio, I created a 2-minute film opening for the thriller genre Revenge, and for my advanced portfolio, I made a music video from the pop R&B genre to Ciara's song Living It Up. The student chose 3 areas to write about, and the first one was software. She wrote in great detail about this. The second area she wrote about was sound. Finally, she wrote about her research and analysis of similar products and how she applied that at post-production. She then finished off with a short, neat conclusion. Well, thank you for watching, and I hope this has given you a good idea of how you can gain full marks in this first section of the exam, paper 2.